high school students come together. They learn to interact with each other, become friends, exchange ideas, and then to solve problems.
I grew up in a wonderful neighborhood in Brooklyn, but I was surrounded by people who came from the same background as me. When I went to YouthBridge, I realized there was a whole city, a whole world beyond just that neighborhood. There was a world of opportunities out there.
It was just amazing to me when I walked into a room that's typically used for, like, you know, continuing legal education. Here with all these young people, they were of all backgrounds, from various parts of New York City, who were talking about what they were doing in high school and what they were learning at YouthBridge. I knew I had to get involved almost immediately.
I grew up in a very tight-knit Latino community, but to see someone that looked different or that spoke something different, I probably wouldn't even talk to that person. YouthBridge gave me the ability to talk to many different kinds of people. People I would have never encountered back in Queens.
You have to imagine these kids are growing up in the communities where they only see people like themselves, whether their ethnic, religious background, but also their economic background. Someone's father may be a cab driver, the other parents may be lawyers or bankers. What YouthBridge does is it gives them that training, those skills, so they can go back to their community and say, listen, I have sat down with someone who's quite different from me, and I think we need to interact with those people. We teach them communication skills, how to interview, how to prepare a resume, how to sit at a table with adults and ask questions relating to a potential job.
There's no other way I would get any experiences like this, like sitting down and having a workshop on networking or public speaking. The public speaking one was a little daunting because I don't like public speaking. But then again, it's just my group of friends, of people who accept me, people who don't really care if I mess up. It's a very comfortable place to learn.
The most fun and interesting thing about YouthBridge is being able to find myself and being able to interact with others that are comfortable with me. And this is not just some boring educational program, it's actually a lot of fun. It's an experience that you would never want to miss. This is 10 times worth anything that I've ever done in my life.
I would always come into the city and walk and see all these men and women in suits, and I would just think, I'm never going to be on that level. I'm never going to be able to achieve that because I'm not on the same playing field as them. But YouthBridge gave me that playing field.
Prior to YouthBridge, I'd never been in City Hall, for instance. I'd never been in a boardroom. I've never been at a press conference. And these different situations are incredibly useful because it makes you comfortable with different types of situations, different types of people. You really get to know some of the most accomplished people in New York who take time to really get to know you, and you know them as individuals and friends.
I was always motivated. I always cared about issues, but I never thought that I would be able to do anything about them.
These leadership skills that I've learned gave me the courage to dream big, to think that maybe one day I can change my neighborhood from the top. Maybe running for office, maybe starting some type of campaign.
Just know that everyone has their own struggles, and to know that they're humans just like you are, that everyone wants to be accepted, everyone wants to feel comfortable.
After going through YouthBridge, I became a much more confident person. I became much more intentional about embracing this city and its diversity.
It's okay to be me, and it's okay to show the world who I am, and being the person who I am can change the future.